By the shores of Africa, Russia launched a new wave of drone and missile attacks overnight, damaging power infrastructure across Ukraine and cutting electricity to thousands. The renewed bombardment marks a shift towards targeting civilian systems as Moscow prepares for a prolonged winter campaign aimed at eroding Ukraine's resilience. Analysts say the strikes are designed to drain air defenses and weaken morale ahead of colder months. Meanwhile, Washington has yet to move forward with supplying Tomahawk cruise missiles, leaving Kyiv without the capability to hit deep inside Russian territory. Diplomatic appeals for a ceasefire along the current front lines continue, though observers view them largely as symbolic amid ongoing hostilities. For more on this, I'm joined by our senior international correspondent and anchor, Afua Hagan. Now, Afua, overnight, Russia launched a fresh wave of drone and missile attacks that hit civilian infrastructure and cut power to thousands. What does the escalation tell us about Moscow's winter strategy?
This is a very deliberate strategy that Moscow have been using all through the war, and it's all about weakening the morale of Ukraine, as well as weakening their infrastructure. As the cold winter months come in, those temperatures fall to below zero very regularly for a long time. By weakening the infrastructure, taking away electricity, so you have no heating, you have no lighting, it's about breaking the morale of the Ukrainian people, damaging grids, damaging infrastructure, damaging resources. Hospitals will be affected if you don't have water supplies. Heating systems will be under strain. It's all about really attacking Ukraine at a very vulnerable time of year. It's about wearing down the Ukrainian defenses, air defenses, as well as Western support systems. This is part of a very deliberate strategy of the war.
Now, meanwhile, the U.S. administration has said that it's not really moving ahead with long-range Tomahawk cruise missiles for Ukraine yet. How does this affect Kyiv's ability to strike deep into the Russian territory?
Well, the US had said, or Donald Trump rather, had said that he was considering sending those Tomahawk missiles to the Ukraine. That was a real boost for President Zelensky. There has been pretty much a U-turn on that. The US now saying they're not really sending those Tomahawk missiles. Look, the Ukraine still have some capability to strike quite deeply within Russia. The Ukraine hit a chemical plant overnight, deep inside Russia, 1,000 miles from the Ukrainian border in the Ural Mountains, and they managed to do that without Tomahawk missiles. But it is paramount for the Ukraine that they have those missiles. It does enable them to strike even deeper into Russia. But they do have some weaponry and some capability at the moment that does enable them to do that. But not having the Tomahawk missiles at the moment is definitely a blow for them.
Afua Hagan, News Central's international correspondent and anchor, thank you so much for bringing us the update on that.